Nagoriyuki. Yes, this character right here. Okay, he has brought a lot of mixed feelings in terms of people loving him, people hating him, people saying Nagoriyuki players eat glue, people saying Nagoriyuki players are the smartest people known to mankind. You can guess which side I am on. However, this recent patch 1.18 has brought forth a lot of changes for the character. So now the question is he still strong? Is he still top 2? Is he still the best in the game? Has he become absolute butter garbage, dog water, hog slosh? Well, today, your boy Grandmastaj J will let you guys know. But before we get into that, make sure you please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps out and provides me support and the encouragement needed to continue videos like these. Let us begin. To start things off, let's go over the buffs that Nago received. One of the biggest changes that he's actually gotten is that he's now able to cancel Fukio directly into a special move and retain the momentum for it. Now, the special moves that he's able to cancel to are just Beyblade, or specifically his other blood moves. I was really hoping he was able to do it into his command grab, but that's not the case. So, as you can see, check this out. That is the fastest I can press a button out of Fukio, right? But this is as fast as I can cancel out of Fukio with a special move. Another change made it was that now far slash and 2 slash are affected by the blood increase. Now you might be thinking, oh, so maybe they nerfed 2 slash and made it slower, and so now when you get the blood, it actually makes it the same speed. No, it's just faster. It's just faster now, and I don't know why they did that, but it's just faster now. So check this out. This is level 1. This is level 2. And this is level 3. The difference is like, I think it's like 2 frames, but like even still, the fact that they made this like one of his best normals like 2 frames faster is pretty ridiculous. And of course, far slash being like as fast as it is now, like look at how fast that is. Far slash being as fast as it is now, like compare this. I'm mashing it, by the way, to this. That's really good, man. That's really good. They also made JD also like affected by blood, but like that's like a bit less significant, right? It kind of matters in some matchups and in some combo routes, but like it's not that big of a deal. Another huge change is that his DP now ground bounces. Now this might not seem like a big deal until like you see that he's now able to do stuff like this, which is kind of a big deal. And we'll go more into details of that nonsense later, but yeah, that's a thing now. This is a system mechanic change, but I think it's kind of relevant to the point I'm going to make next. In addition to this ground bouncing, now all characters are now able to car cancel. Hold on a sec. If I can get it. Yep, they're all able to car cancel out of their special moves. So you're actually able to do cool stuff like that. The reason why I'm telling you this now is to describe the next buff that they made to Nago, is that they changed the way that the blood gauge operates. So it actually, how do I put this? It increases slower and decreases faster. What does that mean? If you're thinking, oh, that means that things cost less blood, right? So I can kind of like go ham, right? Well, not really. But what it does mean is that in the instance that you would in fact pop blood rage, right? Say for example, this combo actually would make you pop blood rage. Although the special, although the super does actually reduce your blood gauge, right? It wouldn't offset the speed of which the blood gauge increased, making you like explode. But now it does. It's very hard to explain, but TLDR, like, you can be more aggressive as long as you incorporate your blood restoring moves such as far slash and heavy slash and 2 heavy slash much faster. Now that we've gone over his buffs, it's time to talk about the nerfs. I know we all hate. I know you're gonna be like, Josh, please don't even tell me. Don't even tell me, bro. But I know. Look, we'll get through this together, okay? We'll get through this together. The number one most notable nerf that you saw it coming, I saw it coming, we all saw it coming. Beyblade is now -3. It's -3 on block, bro. -3. Guaranteed throw pun. It's guaranteed throw punishable now. Okay. And also, on top of it being -3, they also increased the, I don't know what it's called, or decreased the knockback or whatever. Basically, he gets closer, right? So he's guaranteed to be much closer. It's much harder to kind of like space and be away from the opponent, right? See, that was good spacing, but it's a lot harder to space properly. Like, you're kind of guaranteed to get punished now. Another big change they made to Nago, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but it's kind of a big deal, is that they now made his activation much more punishable on block. So you're actually way more punished. I think it used to be like, -8 or minus like something like that, but now it's actually -12. And the knockback is way less, and the guard break's way less. So if you couldn't get a punish on it before, you're guaranteed to get one on it now. Another nerf to my homie. Pour one out for the 2H man. They greatly reduced the hitbox at the bottom of it. So actually, it's kind of funny. But on characters such as Potemkin and Gold Lewis and even Nago, where like you could just abuse this button because it's like, well, what are they gonna do? Nothing. Now it's a travesty. Like, check this out. Like, hello, it's going through him, bro. It's going through him, bro. It's literally going through this man. So yeah. Rest in peace. All this really means is that you're actually going to have to use it as a preemptive anti-air instead of just like a neutral tool that's like kind of a catch-all. You know, like that kind of sucks. But hey, I mean, if they're standing, you know, it still kind of like deters them from doing a whole lot of stuff because it still can catch them standing. Now let's talk about some of the system mechanic changes. Now this is actually very important. I already went over one of them where it's like you do one of these into... You can card cancel into, hold on a second, I'm a little bad at it still. Hold on, wait, I'm still a little bad at it. Yeah, you can card cancel into super, which is really cool and especially useful for Nago. But they actually made some pretty big changes to the RC system. I'm not going to go over them in detail. I'm just going to go over the top two that actually directly affect Nago. Number one is that PRC no longer has a slowdown effect on hit, which really sucks for me specifically, because I used to run this mix-up all the time, where you catch their toes and it would actually be able to combo into close slash. That doesn't happen anymore, and which kind of sucks. It's kind of dog water, but you know, it's all right. However, one change that does affect them is that you can now use fast BRC to do the same thing. All right. Now it is a bit of a more niche case, right? Like, you can get fast BRC from doing 5K into like jump cancel, like some shenanigans, but it's like a little hard, right? Definitely a little harder, right? So it's just it's a bit less consistent. It's a bit harder. You kind of like have to like rewire your brain to be like, okay, from this neutral position, I can now just whoop, catch some toes, baby. But it's still effective. It's still, I still think it's like very effective, especially like if you're playing like this range, right? You can definitely like just do some like whoop if I'm good. There we go. You can run this mix, right? Or that. So that's still strong. It's just not. I wish they kept the PRC changes, but I don't know, man. It's Iight. And of course, the universal change that is actually really good for Nago is the counter hit buttons. This is like a significant deal, like a pretty darn big deal for Nago. Like, just full on profit. It's incredible. It's amazing. You can just do whatever the frick you want. Go straight into close slash. It makes your close slash pressure much better, right? Like if you do like a Fukyo forward, for me in particular, I used to do a lot of Fukyo forward jab stuff, right? I used to do a lot of jab shenanigans because that just being my fastest normal made it very hard for my opponents to react to, right? But now I actually get like a full-on profit from it if I catch them slipping. Bam, bing, bada, boom. Wall splat, you know, blood back. It's so good, so good. Now I want to talk about, do these changes matter? Like, okay, Josh, you showed me all of his buffs and nerfs and all that stuff, but like, character's been out for a couple months, right? Or the patch's been out for a couple months. Do these changes matter? How do they directly affect his playstyle? In my personal opinion, I feel like Arcsys kind of wants you to play a bit more aggressive with him, where he has like higher risk but higher reward. Like a good example is this situation right here, where you get scooped up if you don't do anything, right? So you can kind of just completely annihilate these dweebs. Oh my gosh, am I gonna pop Blood Rage? Okay, I did. But you can completely annihilate these dweebs, right? Where it's like, yeah, they have an answer, but so do you. You know what I'm saying? So it makes like, yeah, they have an answer, but your answer to their answer is like still really good. Stuff like that. Another really significant change to Nago because of the way his Fukyo changes work is that he actually is now able to consistently confirm off of non-counter hit 2H. Before you used to not be able to get anything off of this. Now you can. And the same thing applies for counter hit 5H. Tommy's a little hard, right? You got to get kind of used to like his execution. Like he definitely has more of an execution barrier, but that's really significant. And look, that doesn't even cost any blood. I kind of showed this before, but he actually now has access to some pretty goofy round start TODs on certain characters. Whoopsie. Nice. Now, of course, you don't have to do all that, right? But now you put them in a two-touch situation, which is really nice. Another big change to his overall game plan is the fact that he's now able to bait people with good reactions. Yes, that is right. People who were able to react to his Fukyo forward, right? Now he can do things in certain ranges, specific ranges, right? Like this, or like this. Whoops, like this. Ooh, look at that juicy damage, baby. So overall, I think his playstyle is kind of the same, albeit a little bit more aggressive, right? They kind of want you to play a little bit more aggressive because it's easier to kind of like punish him on certain things, so that makes the opponent more inclined to like want to punish him on certain things. But his answer to them punishing him on certain things is like instant death. So it's like they've buffed his damage overall specifically with the change to how DP works and giving it a ground bounce properties, and they just gave him more opportunities to get bigger, fatter counter hits, basically like doubling down on the whole like one-shot archetype. Now we can't talk about Naga without talking about his bad matchups, or like all of his matchups. So to start with, Happy Chaos, right? This character actually got easier. Now I really suck with him right now because you know, I don't have the freaking hand training. But the changes that they made to his freaking focus thing, right, makes it so that he actually has to concentrate a lot more, making him more of a mid-range to close-range fighter, right? Like he can't zone Nago out like he used to, right? But like he still can, but the reward he gets is not significant, meaning that Nago has much more ample opportunity to actually get in on him, especially the fact that now Nago has a very clear, distinct answer when he's full screen. Hold on a sec. When he's full screen, is a very clear, distinct answer, right? Before you had to use meter to get in, right? It was a bit of a mess. Now everyone has easy access to it. Chip is a matchup that personally bothers me. Like, I hate this character, okay? Like, hate this character. But I think that it overall is just a bit easier, right? Mostly because Nago's kind of able to maneuver around, like, a bit better, right? Threatening Chip more from, like, all points of the screen. And they kind of, like, just a little bit nerf Chip's damage. Just a little bit, right? Making it so that, you know, Nago is able to just tank more hits, yada, yada, yada. The matchup's exactly the same. It's just like a slightly more in my favor, I think. Faust. This character actually got some pretty significant buffs, making it so that he's actually you can kind of make the argument that he's a bad matchup for Nago now. It's kind of similar in the same vein as how who's it? Jacko and also Testament. They also got very significant buffs to their overall playstyle, and their playstyle is like a zone happy playstyle anyway. Meaning Nago's actually gonna have a really hard time against them. It's kind of annoying just kind of dealing with Jacko's freaking like Venom-like playstyle, right? Freaking dealing with Testament's like freaking nonsense, right? Their screen clutter got a whole lot better, meaning that Nago's neutral is going to have to be a lot more cleaner. He's going to have to tank a lot more hits just to try to get in on these characters, and that's kind of a big deal. Okay, so their matchup spread kind of got worse for him. Two characters that also just got pretty bad. I touched on one of them, but Hot and Gold Lewis, just because of the J2 nerf. I mean, not the J2 nerf, the 2H nerf. Like, I mean, come on, what are we doing here, guys? I get it. I understand it was kind of stupid, but like they're stupid now. Like Gold Lewis is able to get in a lot easier on Nago, right? It's kind of annoying to deal with him, especially since like just overall, and this kind of goes with Testament, Jacko players, and Faust players as well, is that the players just got better with the characters, right? So they know what they're doing, they know how to actually fight Nago now, and their characters got buffed. So it's like it's pretty hard. And everyone else is kind of the same. I mean, like, most of these matchups either didn't change much, right? Might have changed a little bit. Characters just got better, but Nago can still, like, play the same game plan against them. Ooh, back up. Okay. And, hey, that's going to be it. That's going to be it for your boy. Look, I mean, shoot. If you like this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I already said that. Yeah, like, more of these to come. And, as always, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.